Hello, and welcome back to my channel. It's that time of year again. We've made it halfway. The mid-year freakout tag is a list of questions done at the end of June to go over the first 6 months and freak out about the next 6 months. As of filming, I have a few weeks of June to go. At this point, last year, I read 13 books, and I just finished Escape the Readathon with 15 books for the month of May, so I think I'm doing pretty good. So, let's get into these questions. Best book you've read so far in 2026? Well, considering it's my only 5-star this year, hopefully with so much more to come, it's gonna be A Curious Beginning, the first in the Veronica Speedwell series by Deanna Raybourn. This book completely drew me in with its smart twists, bursts of energy, and the evolving relationship between the main characters. As the city prepares to celebrate Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee, Veronica Speedwell is marking a milestone of her own. After burying her spinster aunt, the orphaned Veronica is free to resume her world travels in pursuit of scientific inquiry and the occasional romantic dalliance. As familiar with hunting butterflies as she is fending off the admirers, Veronica wields her butterfly net and a sharpened hatpin with equal aplomb, and with her last connection to England now gone, she intends to embark upon the journey of a lifetime. But fate has other plans, as Veronica discovers when she thwarts her own abduction with the help of a German baron with ties to her mysterious past, promising to reveal in time what he knows of the plot against her. The baron offers her temporary sanctuary in the care of his friend Stoker, a recluse natural historian, as intriguing as he is bad-tempered. But before the Baron can deliver on his tantalizing vows to reveal the secrets he has concealed for decades, he is found murdered. Suddenly, Veronica and Stoker are forced to go on the run. Best sequel you've read so far in 2026? Out of the 3 4-star sequels I've read, I'm gonna have to pick the most recently read, Caught Up by Nevessa Allen, the second in the Into Darkness series. I liked it a lot. Did I like it more than Lights Out? No. Did I still enjoy it? Yes. Junior knows Lauren is off limits. She is sweetness and laughter, whereas Junior exists in a world of violence and depravity. Men like him don't get to have women like her. It's why he pushed her away back in high school and kept his distance ever since. But when Junior looks Lauren up online, he discovers the shy, bookish girl he remembers is gone. In her place is a strikingly beautiful woman whose social media is filled with scantily clad pictures of herself and a connection to a nearby play club. Junior's innocent curiosity quickly turns into a dark obsession. Watching Lauren from a distance isn't enough. He needs to make her his. Biggest disappointment. Even though last year Ballad was my best sequel, my biggest Sunrise on the Reaping by Susan Collins. I mean, we were getting Hamish's story, and I just did not care. Hamish, who should have been deeply affected by everything, felt detached from it. When you've been set up to lose everything you love, what is there left to fight for? This year, in honor of the quarter quill, twice as many tributes will be taken from their homes. Back in District 12, Hamish is trying not to think too hard about his chances. All he cares about is making it through the day and being with the girl he loves. When Hamish's name is called, he can feel all his dreams break. He's torn from his family and his love, and shuttled to the capital with the 3 other District 12 tributes. As the games begin, Hamish understands he's been set up to fail. Biggest surprise. My biggest surprise is from a random Facebook post. I saw the cover and decided, then and there, I needed to read Hot for Hostage by Maggie Evans. This book was absolutely hilarious and so much fun to read. It was silly in the best way, and I honestly didn't even mind that the characters fell in love just after 2 days. It was just that delightful. Sadie is a ball of sunshine wrapped in short pink overalls, pockets brimming with homemade dog treats, and an alarming passionate thirst for vengeance. Her idea of fun is volunteering at a rundown dog shelter, but when a group of punks vandalize the shelter and steal one of Sadie's furry friends, she goes to the last person she should seek out for help getting him back. Davian, heir to the criminal empire that runs the city, cold, calculating, and raised by a ruthless father to own the city and everything in it. Good girls know to never come within 100 feet of him. That didn't stop Sadie. When he brushed off her desperate pleas for help, she didn't even hesitate before snatching a gun and wiggling it at him like a seasoned bank robber, claiming she was taking him hostage until her dog was found. Favorite author? I'm gonna have to go with Nevessa Allen. Yes, I have only read 2 of her books, but I am gonna finish the Into Darkness series with Game On later in the month, and I don't usually finish a series this quickly. Book that made you cry. I only teared up a little for 2 books. At the beginning of Long Live Evil by Sarah Reese Brennan, just her thinking about her sister while she's lying in a hospital bed got to me. When her whole life collapsed, Ray still had books. Dying, she seizes a second chance at living, a magical bargain that lets her enter the world of her favorite fantasy series. She wakes in a castle on the edge of a hellish chasm, in a kingdom on the brink of war, home to dangerous monsters, scheming courtiers, and her favorite fictional character, the once and forever emperor. He's impossibly alluring, as only fiction can be. And in this fantasy world, she discovers she's not the heroine, but the villainess in the Emperor's Tale. So be it. The wicked are better dressed, with better one-liners, even if they're doomed to bad ends. She assembles the widely disparate villains of the story under her evil leadership, plotting to change their fate. But as the body count rises and the Emperor's fury increases, it seems Rey and her allies may not survive to see the final Nancy from the first book. And guess who the main character was in the 11th book in the series? Children have always disappeared under the right conditions, slipping through the shadows under a bed or at the back of a wardrobe, tumbling down rabbit holes and into old wells, and emerging somewhere else. But magical lands have little need for used-up miracle children. Most beautiful book you've bought so far this year. The cover to The Adventures of Amina El-Sarafi by Shannon Chakraborty is so pleasing to my eyes. I don't know if it's the art style, the colors, or the subject matter, but I think I would have picked this book up even if I hadn't already wanted to read it. Amina El-Sarafi should be content. After a storied and scandalous career as one of the Indian Ocean's most notorious pirates, she's survived backstabbing rogues, vengeful merchant princes, several husbands, and one actual demon to retire peacefully with her family to a life of piety, motherhood, and absolutely nothing that ends of the supernatural. But when she's tracked down by the obscenely wealthy mother of a former crewmate, she's offered a job no bandit could refuse. Retrieve her comrade's kidnapped daughter for a kingly sum. The chance to have one last adventure with her crew, do right by an old friend, and win a fortune that will secure her family's future forever. It seems like an obvious choice that it must be God's will. Yet, the deeper Amina dives, the more it becomes alarmingly clear there's more to this job and the girl's disappearance than she was led to believe. For there's always risk in wanting to become a legend, to seize one last chance at glory, to savor just a bit more power, and the price might be your very soul. New releases you haven't read yet, but want to. A list of new releases I would like to read are The Tapestries of Fate by Shannon Chakraborty, All Hail Chaos by Sarah Reese Brennan, and Game On by Nevessa Allen. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Some things coming up that I would like to read are Lady Darling Vexes a Villain by Colleen Gleason, Big Bad Wolf by Laurie Gilmore, and The Sixth Faction by Veronica Roth. Mostly just because I want to see what she's gonna do, because I loved the Divergent series, except the ending. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? Can I say my whole bookshelf? Again, I think that's a cop-out. Well, this is my 4th mid-year freakout video, and I still haven't read anything in the Something Strange Deadly series by Susan Dennard and the Gold Seer trilogy by Rick Carson that I keep talking about. But I have both full series, and I don't want to just unhaul them. But I will say, I also should read Seasick by Kristen Cass and Bintip Dunn, because I picked this up with no forethought, no planning, on a whim, and knowing nothing about this book but the authors. Well, once again, this video may have been short, but that was my mid-ish year freakout. Again, I know it's early. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know answers to any of the questions, I'll have them down below. And if you want to know more about the books I've read so far this year, I'll have the playlist to the TBR Bingo down below also. The next one is coming out in a few weeks, so keep an eye out for it. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.